Hi gang, Scott Davenport here. Welcome to In the Field. Thanks for joining me today. Well, this is the first In the Field episode in a while where the footage isn't from months and months ago. Actually got outside to do a proper landscape shoot for the first time in several months. Headed out into the local mountains near San Diego. Decided to pick a place that I knew would be really quiet and really got treated to a lovely sunrise. The day started really early. Let me get you out there, share the location with you. It's about 20 minutes before sunrise, and I'm along the aptly named Sunrise Highway up in the Laguna Mountains. It's about an hour or so outside of San Diego. I'm looking out over the hills. I can actually see the Salton Sea off in the distance there. But some really nice atmosphere this morning. A bit of cloud cover up there, so I'm hoping that'll catch some of the morning sunlight. But even before the sun comes up and just kind of the ambient light there is right now, there's some nice compositions to be had. I've just taken a couple of panos out here fighting the winds that you can probably hear around me. I'm sheltered a little bit with my car at the moment. But I'm going to wander over to my left and see if I can get some tighter compositions on some of the rolling hills there. Got to switch out to the longer lens, so I got to get that done and grab a few more photos, take in sunrise. And yeah, just enjoy being back in the landscape. Oh, my bum tripod. I have been meaning to get this clasp fixed for the longest time. Someday. That is workable. Matter of fact, let me do it this way. I can kind of wiggle this thing in here. Thankfully, I don't have a long hike or anything like that. Do it just before it claps down. There we go. All right. Check our settings. Autofocus. We're doing 3 meters is fine. Steady shot is off. Good to go. Found this little break in the brush, and with the taller tripod I can get up high and shoot over things. The sun's just starting to break through now. This is really lovely, just nice soft bits in the sky. A little bit of cloud over there. It's just not going to be in my frame, but I don't think I really need it. And as the sun is, I'm gonna grab the shot here right now. Hold on. Got my 2-second timer on. It's chilly and my remote hasn't warmed up enough to get this, but this is great. This is great. The sun's coming up right now. It's literally coming up right in the frame there, and just nice diagonal cut through with the foreground mountain, and then the rolling ones in the back. This is great. I keep saying great. What can I say? It's great. Hey Scott, what do you think of the shot? I think it's great. Now I'm really going to underexpose. So I can bring that sky in. I'm almost 3 stops underexposed. I'm at f/16, and of course the sun itself is bright, but the land, the foreground is almost dark. I think I'll grab a few at different exposure compensations. Shooting at this height, this is really a time where it's great when you know your camera, you know where the controls are. You don't have to be trying to look on top of things. Tilt screen's wonderful, but just knowing where my exposure compensation is on the dial, I don't have to go into the various menus and settings and so forth to try and root around and find it. Now, I don't have my wide angle lens on me, so we're gonna have to zoom with our feet. I wasn't expecting to do something with the foreground like this, but the light is so nice. what I'm going to do, besides zooming with my feet, really backing up, and I'm at 70 millimeter, I'm going to take a shot at f4 of this foreground, and then, got that one, move to, let's say, f11, and take another photo focused on the background so that I can get some options in kind of focus stacking, but I'm just going to use 2 photos. I wouldn't run this through a focus stacking algorithm later, but what I'm just thinking about is being able to get some of that crispness in the background. And I think that'll work pretty well. Wow, the lighting is is so dynamic. The sun's just still coming up. You can see it shining on my face now. It's nice and bright. Actually feels kind of nice because it's been chilly out here this morning. My fingers are still a little cold. But that, I think between the two, those last 2, yeah, I can work with those. Well, time to get going.
At the tail end of that video you saw where I was capturing that scene with the brush in the foreground, doing some shots at a wide aperture f4 so that I could get a quicker shutter speed, freeze some of that motion in the brush in the foreground, and then I would take another one at f11 to get some of the depth in the background there. I was surprised how much the lighting changed even within the 20 to 30 seconds between frames. Here's that shot at f4, and then here's that same scene at f11, and just looking at the 2, before and after. Before, there's just a lot more nuanced color going on here, and then after, things are brightening up. If I look at the times that these were taken, so this is 5:48, and then the other one was 5:40, about 30 seconds prior. That sun coming up through those clouds, it's really changing rapidly. And in the end, I kind of liked the shallow depth of field. You saw that photo at the end of the field footage there interspersed with things. It was an interesting experiment to try. I may still go and try and do that blend of the 2, see what that looks like, but there'll be a little bit of color balancing challenge I'll need to work through to make sure I get a good blend. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. It was nice to be out and about in the landscapes again, and I'm hoping that's the beginning of more outings, new photos, just getting ourselves back out into nature. Got questions? Drop them below. And until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Have fun.